Hi there. In this screencast I'm going to show you how to use Logger Pro to input and plot your data. Normally Logger Pro is used with various sensors that's made by Vernier, but the interface can also just be used as a graphical analysis software. It's actually quite good for that. This version that I'm going to show you is version 384. So this has a certain feature that allows you to drag your linear fits, which is pretty convenient for fitting maximum and minimum slopes with when you have error bars on your data. If you do need to update it, you can update it for free from any version 3 software. You just go to Vernier.com and you can find the software in the download section. Okay, so I'm just going to, you can, over here you have this spreadsheet-like section. You can just type in your data here. So I'm just going to make up some data. So 1 and 3.2, 2 and 6.3, 3 and 10, 4 and 12.5. I don't know what this is. And you can see the points are being displayed here. 5 and 16 and 6 and whatever, 19 there. Okay, so you can see the points are plotted here, and they have the point protectors on them. In the previous version, I don't think this was the default mode. I think it was the points were connected with lines, and we don't want to do that. So if you have the previous version, you can get to here if you right click here on the graph, or that's a command click, or maybe a control click on a Mac, I'm not sure, but right click and just the graph options and you can make sure this connect points is unchecked and the point protectors is checked. I think it's good to have that so you can see the points better. And you can give your graph a title here if you want. So in this case, how about we do circumference versus diameter. There you go. And that title appears there. And so what can we do with this? Well, normally our data will have some error bars. So let's just go in here and I'm going to right click on or double click on the column. So double click here on the column or right click, and that'll get you to this dialog. And well, since this is open here, we might as well give the columns a name. So this column over here we're going to call the diameter, and short name is D, and the units we'll call centimeters. If you go to the options tab, you can turn on the error bars, and if there are error bars on the diameter, there might be. I'm not sure what it is, but we can call it maybe 1 centimeter. Done. Oh, that's a lot. Maybe that's too much. Okay, let's go back in here and let's tone this down a little bit and say maybe point 0.2. There we go. That's a little more reasonable. And let's come over here to the Y column, double click or right click on that and hit graph options. That will get you to here. So this is the circumference. Small short name is C, and the units again are centimeters. Over to the options tab. Let's turn on the error bars, and we'll give this one a and maybe this one is not so accurate. We'll maybe say 0.5 or 1/2 of a centimeter. Okay. So there we go. So there's our error bars. Now in the IB you only need one set of error bars, so you can decide which one you want. Perhaps here the error bars are, I'm going to make them a little bit smaller there, and I'll make the circumference. I'll make this one a little bigger, like 0.6, just for grins. Okay, so there we go. So if we could go in right now and perform a linear fit. If you click on this little icon right here, that'll perform a best fit line. If you're having trouble reading this, you can double click on that you can display the precision, significant figures, or decimal places. Click on the appearance. You can change the font to something larger, maybe a 12, and OK. So it's a little bit easier to read. And you can click and drag this wherever you like. Okay, so we're going to need to do that eventually. But I'm going to get rid of it for now. I can always come back here and do it, and I can get there from the Analyze menu too. I can just do a linear fit here. That'll do the exact same thing. Well, I want to do a model, so I can do a maximum and minimum slope line. So I'm going to do a model here, and I'm going to select linear in this case. And you can see the rest of this dialog. There you go. And click OK. And if I double click now on this box, this dialog pops up. I'm going to turn on the enabled drag line. I might as well make this bigger while I'm. Let's go 14 pitch. Okay, enable drag line, and that's on. And now we're able to move this line here. So I can drag this one down here. The other end is off the screen, and I'm going to grab that other end and bring it up here. There we go. So I'm going to bring this one through the bottom part of this error bar and the top part of this error bar. And there we go. The one in the middle allows you to translate the whole line. So there's kind of our maximum slope. So I'm going to leave this box right there. Okay, I'm going to do another one for the minimum slope. Analyze model, and it's already set to linear, so I'll say OK. And now this one right here. Double click on that. Enable the line drag. Let's make the numbers something so we can see it. There it is. And I'm going to drag this one to here. Again, this point is off the screen. You can't see it. It's over here. And we'll drag that one there. There we go. So we're pretty close here to our maximum minimum slopes. Oops. There. And put this one down here. So we have a minimum slope of 2.9 approximately and a maximum of 3.4. Okay, well, our best fit would be this right here. We can just do a straight line, best fit line. And let's increase the size of this font. There we go. So here we have our best fit is 3.16, and the maximum slope 3.4, minimum 2.9. So we could say from our data, if we chose to do it this way, we would have our best estimate of our slope is 3.16, and we could do plus or minus half of this range right here from the maximum minimum slope. So we could take the difference, 3.4 minus 2.9, that's about 0.5, and we could take plus or minus half that. So we could say like a quarter or 0.3, we could say for one significant digit. So we would want 3.16 centimeters plus or minus our uncertainty there. And essentially that's it. That's how you can do your maximum minimum slope in Logger Pro. Let's see if tighten that up a little bit. There we go. So maybe 2.9. Yeah, it's still a 2.9. All right. Hope that helps. Bye.